Welcome to Belgium for the penultimate race of the 2019 European Le Mans Series. The championship classifications have rarely been so close. We're in for a crucial and spectacular race here on the fantastic Spa-Francorchamps circuits.
Hi, I'm Jean-Eric Verne, racing for G-Drive Racing in LMP2, and I'm going to show you the best three spots of my favorite circuit, Spa-Francorchamps. So number one spot that I picked, I think is the most famous corner in the world, or unfamous, called Le Raidillon Le Rouge. It's an amazing corner, a very fast chicane in uphill, like that. With a very big compression where you take 4G. Minimum speed in that corner is around 270 or 280 kph, so extremely fast. You're being flat out in that corner, and yeah, I think it's a special one for all of us drivers, and even more now after the passing of Antoine Hubert. Every time I'm gonna go through this corner, I will think of him, and this is Spa-Francorchamps. Spot number two, we just come from the longest straight line of probably, for sure the ELMS calendar. Top speed here before braking, 301 kph, maximum speed we reached. And I picked that spot because it's not very a fast corner. You have a combination of three corners, so it's kind of a very wide, big chicane, right, left, right, but everything needs to be perfect. First corner, if you miss it, you lose out on the two other corners and you can lose a lot of time. So to me, I love this corner because this is where you can be very technical and as well make a big difference in terms of lap time against the other ones. So spot number three here in Spa. We're in one of the fastest corners in the world, I think. It's called Pouhon. You come down for a very long straight line in downhill, downshift to fifth, or depending on your gear ratio, you just stay in fifth gear. Personally, I stay in fifth, and minimum speed in here is really high. It's 230 kph, and you take very high G-force in lateral load, which is around 3.5 G, which is quite decent. I think it makes it a very, very exciting corner. Obviously, it's a very difficult corner to overtake. Yeah, what a nice track, huh? Can't wait to drive now.
A disappointing 7th place last month in Silverstone relegated Dempsey Proton's 77 Porsche 21 points behind Lucic Racing's Ferrari. If the Swiss team wins in Spa, they'll clinch the title.
We are not in a very nice situation at the moment. The championship is coming to an end. It's not decided yet, so we are here to fight it back, try to get some points back from the previous races where we have been unlucky at one point, but we did also some mistakes in some other. So I think we have a competitive car this weekend. We should have the chance to do a proper result here. I think they will have some pressure, this is clear, but they just need to know to finish the job for them, and for us it's just full attack. It's a different homework to do. But we will try to make some pressure to them. This is our goal also for the weekend.
Out of the GTE title battle, Kessel Racing's number 60 Ferrari might pull off a shock result with the addition this weekend of David Perel. They'll also do all they can to help the Iron Dames in their sister car.
We are honestly out of contention because our first races have been a little bit difficult, but we have a very strong lineup for this race, so we are very optimistic. I love Spa, it's the track where I've raced the most in my life. Lucic Racing once more seems to be very fast, so it will be a hard challenge. If possible, we also will support our sister car, number 83, which is still in contention for the championship.
try to get faster, and I hope I can continue to smile like this. I'm probably the more serious one, putting a lot of pressure on myself, always want to be the fastest no matter what I do.
I love to work hard. I have a lot of discipline. I'm Swiss, so I think Iron Dames, we fit well together.
The Iron Dames are part of a project conceived by Deborah Meyer, a passionate entrepreneur and driver in partnership with Kessel Racing. They've exceeded many people's expectations, creating a sensation this year in GTE. Always in the points, they've got 2 second-place finishes and lie second in the championship.
We are working very hard in our team for the results we have. It's not falling from the sky like a present, so it comes from hard work.
We are really strong in the race, so we have a brilliant race pace. We keep on improving from race to race. It's just a point where we still can improve is qualifying.
I work on the technical sides of the driving, but I like to work also in his psychology things, because it's different for the girls. They are more gentle with the car. My target is to be more aggressive, more attack, full attack.
I think we are not aiming for the title right now. For us, the goal is to finish second place, to get the entry for Le Mans next year, and to show everybody that we earned the place at Le Mans. I think that is the goal for the Iron Dames, my teammates and the whole team of Kessel Racing.
Now, as you know, the championship is so close. We have to really fight hard, because it's going to be a really intense weekend here in Spa.
Five teams could still mathematically claim the LMP3 title, but the season's been marked so far by a duel between 2 Ligier crews, current leaders into Europol's number 13 lineup and the team in Euro International's number 11 machine. The gap is 7 points and the battle continues.
I think we're pretty much on the same level, but maybe they're a bit stronger in the qualifying, we're a bit stronger on race pace. It's like a boxing game. It's like a fight for the championship. That's the game.
It is. It's been from the first race till now. We had quite unfortunate race in Barcelona retiring, so lost a lot of points. It's a shame that they catched up and got in the lead of the championship there, but we catch back in Silverstone, and I hope we can do even more to get back here.
It's hard, they are very quick, but when it's come to the race we've been strong and been reasonably dominant in regards to being on the podium all the time as well.
Hopefully we're leading after Spa and especially after Portimao.
They're really strong in not doing mistakes, but we're the fastest.
Being social with everyone. Sunflower, let's say. I think the fault I forgive easily with people is impulsivity. Let's say Senna. It's not really history, but for me it is. Racing, being on track, so here. B.I.G., Notorious B.I.G., hip-hop, R&B.
Can you sing a piece of it?
No. No, I can't. Making music. ambition, being spontaneous, and maybe just a small bit of, no, actually a lot of humor. It's almost the same thing: ambition, humor, and elegance. The question I hate is car racing exhausting? I would be a dog, I think. I would be I would not be human. A sporty dog, not a small little poodle or something.
IDEX Sport arrives with high expectations in Spa. Thanks to a win in Silverstone, car number 28 is right on GE Drive's tail in the championship battle. Right from the beginning of the year, we've been aiming towards the title. We're 9 points behind GE Drive. I think we're more than ever in the fight. The key will be to avoid mistakes in the final 2 rounds. If we do our racing well, maybe we can look at the final points and see that we've won. Or not. But the final free practice session turned into a hammer blow for the French team on Saturday. A big crash for Paul-Luc Chatin in Rédillon. The chassis was so badly damaged they couldn't qualify. Without any spare Orica chassis available in the paddock, IDEX Sport was about to withdraw and lose any hope of the title when they finally spotted a chance to lease a chassis in Germany. They got it at 5 in the morning and a race against the clock began to build a new car.
One part of the team has prepared the part so you can plug and play as soon as you arrive. We have to change the engine, we have to, there's lots of things has to be done, but he's on his way. I think nobody's going to give up until he's on track, so I think we cannot say he's 100%, but we are getting there.
After a long sleepless night, they finally managed to build a new car number 28, which went through scrutineering just 45 minutes before it headed to the grid.
IDEX Sport has just been amazing, doing every single thing to be in the race. We have a car. 24 hours ago we had no car, and it seems like we will be in the race, and we'll try to give it a fight for the championship.
The car's ready right on time. It's just a quarter of an hour till the pit lane opens. We're still working on the setup, but that should be all right. I'm so proud of them. They've made incredible efforts, showed so much positive energy. They're so motivated. It's really satisfying. Great team building as well.
It's a fantastic track. We're having a lot of fun here. Proper old school track with Eau Rouge and Rédillon. Quite tricky, so we're looking forward to a good race and hopefully a bit unlike Spa normally, dry.
They are a big fan of motorsport here in Belgium, so it's great to be here. You know, they have such a fantastic track here in Spa-Francorchamps, and I'm sure the ELMS race will be a great event today.
Yep.
It's fantastic to come to Spa, always full of fans, and a lot of them come to say hello, so it's really great to have this crowd.
it's good. Dutch people like to come to Belgium, and they like to support me as well, apparently. So it's great to see so many people around here, and it's a cool moment before we start racing, and it builds up a bit of tension, but it's good. I like tension. I like it when it's exciting, and that's what it is now.
Don't make me leave you with lumps like a camel like bikes. I can't handle my bar shumps. Underground stars, stay shining, stay rhyming, stay grinding. While y'all stay whining, I'ma stay climbing. Keep hitting beats with perfect timing. Build companies, find me a chick, purchase diamonds. Go against us, is it worth trying? Homie, is it worth dying? I hear mics like iron. Tyson, I'm nice when I take words and slice.
Just in front of you, your nearest rivals, the number 77 Porsche. They seem determined to keep you behind. Are you going to let them get away with it?
I mean, they've been pretty strong the whole season, and so have we. So it's always good with good fights on track, you know. And I'm pretty sure that we will give them a good fight today. Top would definitely be to close the championship today, but like we said, everything can happen, and it's always close racing. So there is also some risk that we have to think about, but I'm pretty sure that we will be strong for the race.
Esteban, first time starting from pole position for Real Team Racing. How are you feeling ahead of the race?
Very happy, I can tell you. No, it's the first time. I think at the end we deserved a little bit to do that, and David did a great job, so we are really happy to be here.
Now, so far, there's not been any podiums. Is that the goal for today?
It's a goal for the end of the season, absolutely.
So you're definitely serious about this race. It's a podium all the way.
Completely.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We've had the calendar announcement for next year. What are the highlights that we can look forward to in 2020?
When something is working very well, you maintain exactly the same secret to deliver the good championship. That's the reason why we will have exactly the same destination next year. The only big modification is a switch between Barcelona and Paul Ricard. It means that we will start the season in Barcelona in April, then we will go in Monza, as usual in May. June we keep for Le Mans. July we will be in Paul Ricard, Silverstone early beginning of September. Then we will finish the season in Portimao. In between we will be in Spa as usual by the end of September. That's a very great event with a lot of people and a super visitor like Tom Boonen, for example, today.
How are you enjoying your weekend at the ELMS so far?
It's been lovely, especially because my buddy Sam is competing for his first time in an LMP2 car, and we're looking forward to the race. I race quite often. I do 15, 16, 17 race weekends a year. So I race together with Sam in Belcar in our national championship, also in a prototype car. So it's something that really is close to my heart, prototype racing, and that's why I couldn't miss this weekend. It was just too good to be true.
Well, Philippe, this is a perfect place, isn't it? Sat at Spa with nothing between you and that first corner.
It is. It's the place to be. So last year, 1 year ago exactly, we were just in the front row, but on the outside. We end up well. This year the weather seems going to be holding up. It's a bit better. So let's hope that because we have a great car in the dry. We are looking forward for this win because it would be the new era of this car with our team. So Phil is doing well as well. He's enjoying a lot the car. So we can only count on our pace, which was not what was happening last year.
Time to go racing in Spa. Phil Hansen for United Autosports, his first ever pole, paces the field and away we go. Panis Barthez, Julien Canal on the outside, the front row. Pierre Rag looking to the inside, going wide. Cool Racing's Antonin Borga. Lots of smoke behind, a few lockups, but they're all safely through the hairpin at La Source. Spoke too soon. Anders Fjordback has spun for High Class Racing. Pierre Rag in second, ahead of Antonin Borka and Julien Canal wheel to wheel. And Canal backs out in the Panis Barthez car, and look behind him, the orange and black of Roman Rusinov in the G-Drive car. Started fifth, is fifth, but he's in the slipstream. Here he comes, pops out to driver's right at the top of the hill. And Pierre Rag tries to take the lead, but can't do it. So it's the 22 United Autosports car that leads. G-Drive up to fourth, Roman Rusinov ahead of Julien Canal and Bruno Senna. And then 21, the Dragon Speed car, white with the blue stripe. That's Ben Hanley holding off Will Owen in the second United Autosports car for seventh. Great wheel-to-wheel racing already. And as they head down the hill, let's take a look again at the start. Well, just about everybody keeping their nose clean into the first corner. Anders Fjordback pinched at the apex. On board with Alexandre Cugnot. Started from 13th place. And there goes the high class car spinning away on power on the exit, in fact. Fjordback recovering. Big lockups in the middle of the pack. Let's take a look again with Colin Noble. The Nielsen car starting 21st. You've got to be careful, you have to brake early as everybody checks up. In the GTE battle for third place, here comes 60, Sergio Pianazzola. Goes by Michel Gatting in the other Kessel Racing Ferrari, the 83 car of the Iron Dames. So they are now third and fourth, but in opposite positions. GT leader 71 Fabien Laverne for Lusic Racing, also the points leader, don't forget, Christian Reed, the 77 Dempsey Proton car, and the team boss chasing the Ferrari in front. They need to finish in front to cut the points deficit before they head to the finale in Barcelona. From 8th on the grid, Ben Hanley now steaming up the order. This is for 5th place. Goes by RRM Sports number 43 car. That's Bruno Senna he's just passed. Hanley normally goes late in the race into the car, but they're starting with their quickest driver here. Oh, that's the Inter-Europol car of Constantin Scholl scaring himself at Rédillon. Battling LMP3 for the lead. Number 9, Real Time Racing. David Drew leads from Lucas Legeret and Mikkel Jensen for Euro International. Number 11 car in third place, the better of the championship contenders. Here is Roman Rusinov in 8th place. And on the back of the queue is the brand new IDEC Sport car. Paul-Luc Chatin A-OK after his practice crash, and the car now up to 11th place after just 7 laps. So he hasn't lost his edge. Car seems to be working well. Konstantin Tereshchenko pulling out behind Panis Barthez teammate Julien Canal, and goes by the number 23 car, makes a mistake on the exit. Canal trying to come back. Tereshchenko keeps his nose in front, but as they stumble over each other, through comes Paul-Luc Chatin for the IDEC Sport number 28 team. Moves into 10th. Catching the battle for 4th in GTE. Christian Reed under pressure from Duncan Cameron. And look on the inside. Great move from Paul-Luc Chatin. Goes by Roman Rusinov in the traffic.
Good job, Paul-Luc. And we are now P8. The car in front is Senna. An 8-second gap to Senna. Good job. Well done.
Fantastic stuff by Paul-Luc Chatin. You'd never know he wrecked a car in a big crash in free practice. Here is our lead battle in LMP2. Pierre Rag still chasing Phil Hansen. And the young Briton can't escape. Only 1.2 seconds between them. Anthony Borga third from Ben Hanley, Will Owen and Alexandre Cugnot. But it is the top two who are creeping slowly away from their rivals. Further back, Paul-Luc Chatin charging now right up behind Bruno Senna. This is for 7th place overall. Fantastic opening stint from Chatin. And he is catching and passing World Championship standard drivers with aplomb. Oh, Senna makes a mistake. Runs onto the dirt. He's in the gravel and he's in the tyres.
We are under safety car. Leader, slow down.
Leader in the pit lane. He's behind the wall there. Phil Hansen heading to United Autosports. Pierre Rag stopping at Duquesne, Antonin Borger at Cool Racing, Ben Hanley's in as well, Paul-Luc Chatin in at IDEC Sport. So everybody scrambling for the pits under the safety car to mitigate against the amount of time they're going to lose. There goes the 22 United car. Same in GTE, Fabien Laverne at Lusic Racing. Getting tyres as well. That's the GTE leader. Bruno Senna being dragged out of the gravel, but RLRM Sport losing lots of time here. Into the pit lane comes Roman Rusanov, and the Russian hands over to Dutchman Joop van Uitert. Nico Lapierre at Cool Racing watching with interest. His man Antonin Borger is in second place at the moment.
Safety car in the pits. Track has changed to green. Pit exit is closed.
Pierre Rag leads at the restart from Antonin Borger. Henrik Hedman has taken over the 21 Dragon Speed car. A little too much wheel spin for him, exiting the bus stop in third. Needs to get those tyre pressures back up after the safety car period. Lead duo are pulling away though. Antonin Borger. There's his team boss Nico Lapierre. Oh, in trouble. The Cool Racing car facing the wrong way. Gets back onto terra firma, but he has lost a lot of ground. Henrik Hedman at Dragon Speed under pressure now from Antonin Borger from Cool Racing. He gets a good run out of Eau Rouge over Radion and slipstreams right by the Swede. Behind is the G-Drive car as well. This is for 9th. Joop van Uitert is behind. Hedman now in 10th place. Will come immediately under pressure from the young Dutchman. So Joop van Uitert for G-Drive through Les Combes, and as they start now to drop down the hill from the high point of the circuit down into Rivage on the inside, tight line, and through goes Van Uitert. Henrik Hedman down to 11th in the Dragon Speed car. Looks like Van Uitert is on his way up the order now. LMP3 battle for second place. Colin Noble there, car number 7, chasing Lucas Legeret, the Swiss in the M Racing Norma. Real team still leading our pole sitters, but M Racing and Nielsen battling for second. Ahead of the championship leader, Martin Hipper is in 4th place. Pulling out the slipstream, Sergio Pianazzola in the 60 Kessel Racing Ferrari goes by Wei Lu in the JMW car, and that moves the Kessel car up to 4th place. Next target, green and white, that's Duncan Cameron in the Spirit of Race Ferrari. And there is the United Autosport team watching the action. Duncan Cameron under pressure now from Sergio Pianazzola. Just in front, 77 Dempsey Proton Porsche. This is the battle for third. The Porsche is in second. Lusic leads. Pianazzola slips out and through he goes under braking at Les Combes. Used the slipstream perfectly. He's now up to 3rd place. Duncan Cameron down to 4th. Joop van Uitert for G-Drive continues to work his way up the order from 8th place. Jakub Schmiekowski is his next victim. The pole in the 34 Inter Europol car. Sergio Pianazzola also working his way up the order now. He's got to Christian Reed, dives to the inside at the bus stop. This is for 3rd in GTE. The Porsche goes in deep, but the Ferrari goes through. Nico Minassian there at IDEC Sport. Paul-Luc Chatin in the 28 car has now caught Will Owen. This is for 3rd place. Oh, and Owen in too deep, runs out wide. Open goal. Paul-Luc Chatin goes straight through it. Will Owen's going to have a tiny overlap on the inside. Oh my goodness me, he stayed there. I thought he would definitely wave off the throttle, but ballsy stuff from both men. Now take a look at this replay. On board with Colin Noble, out of Radion, and the tiniest touch with David Drew in the real-time racing car. It's not just Eau Rouge where you need to be inch perfect. Both cars now carrying damage they can ill afford.
Stop and go penalty, car number 7 for causing a collision with car number 9.
Here is our battle for second place raging now. Phil Hansen, the pole sitter for United Autosports, car number 22, ahead of Paul-Luc Chatin in the IDEC Sport car that started 17th on the grid, and they have met at second. Hansen keeps the racing line. And he is about to come into the pit shortly and hand over to Felipe Albuquerque. IDEC Sport also gearing up.
One more lap, Paul Lou. One more lap.
Paul Lafargue ready in the garage. In comes Phil Hansen. Chatin has been undercut by United. Now he must put in a stunning in-lap. Now Jean-Luc Verne watching the action as G-Drive pit. Joop van Uitert. He stays in the car. Paul-Luc Chatin is in now. Climbing the hill. Nico Lapierre for Cool Racing in the 37 car, no longer on the pit wall, battling for 8th place with René Binder. Binder in the Panis Barthez car. And it's 1 up for Nico Lapierre. Cool Racing look pleased. Olivier Panis less so. Slipstreaming up the straight, here comes Richard Bradley in the 32 Kane car, gets the inside line on Paul Lafargue in 28, goes by the IDEC Sport car for second now. LMP3 leader is David Drew in the number 9 real-time racing machine. Looks like that contact at the back from Colin Noble didn't do that much damage. Little bit of deranged bodywork, hasn't hurt them too badly. Into the pits, Fabien Laverne, the GTE leader still for Lutzich Racing. And trouble at the hairpin. That's Manuela Gosner in the Kessel Racing Ferrari and number 10, Lorenzo Bontempelli, the Oregon LMP3 car. Now, how did that happen? Whatever, Bontempelli will be having to head slowly to the pits in the hope that that wing doesn't shed itself at speed. And sure enough, the air wins the battle with the fixings. Nose going on to the Oregon number 10 machine. And a souvenir for somebody. Here is Felipe Albuquerque, the Portuguese driver for United Autosports. A 12-second lead now as they approach the midway point in the 4-hour race. And he is into the pits. Standard stuff for the race leader, ahead of 30 Duquesne and 28 IDEC Sport car. Albuquerque stays in. Checking tyres and temperatures. Problems though for JMW. Their Ferrari back in the garage. Paul Lafargue leading for IDEC Sport. And as the pit stops cycle through, he too has to come in. Nobody can run forever without stopping. Cool Racing and G-Drive also pitting on this lap, and that moves the 22 United car back in front. Now, real-time racing, David Drew brought the number 9 car in, but they're looking at that left rear that had contact earlier on. And what are we looking at here? This is number 6 car. This is James Dayson, 360 Racing. Very much living up to its billing. That's a full 360. He's not the only one. This is Laurent Millara, who took over the M Racing car started by Lucas Legeret, 3rd in LMP3. He's looped the norm around.
Leader, slow down. We are under safety car.
Safety car waiting to pick up the leader. But not everybody is successfully slowing down. Jonathan Hershey has got problems. The 39 Graf car. Now he's found a gear, but can he 3-point turn? Loops around, trying to slow down perhaps behind the Inter Europol LMP3 car. No, car just breaks away from him. And then ends up nosing around into the barriers. Lights off on the safety car, and a great opportunity for a big advantage at the restart for the number 30 Duquesne car of Richard Bradley.
Track goes green. Pit exit is closed.
Bradley racing away from the Iron Dames Kessel Racing Ferrari. 28 IDEC Sport car and everybody else held up behind the slower Ferrari. They cannot pass until they cross the start-finish line right there. And Bradley is going to have a 4 or 5 second advantage through no fault of the Ferrari drivers. Now everybody else will have to work their way up the queue as well through traffic. 2 United cars in the top order. Lead battle in GTE Pro. Niklas Nielsen ahead of Ricardo Pera in the 77 Porsche, only just. Ricardo Pera pushing hard there. Three-way battle for third at La Source in the middle. Ryan Cullen in too deep in the United Autosports car. Completely gets that wrong. Nico Lapierre goes right by him. That's like taking candy off a baby. Lapierre up to fourth. Target in front of him, Joop van Uitert in the G-Drive car. And look at the rate of approach of Nico Lapierre. Lapierre now all over Joop van Uitert. Van Uitert defending on the inside. And Nico Lapierre desperate to try and find a way by. The Cool Racing driver squirts the car off the corner at Bruxelles, leaving black lines. Now he's going the long way around the outside as well. This will become the inside. And he goes up into third place. Great racing in LMP2. Team applauding team manager and driver Nico Lapierre. The IDEC Sport car visible in front. How far can he go here? GTE lead battle and the number 14 into Europol car between the Ferrari and the Porsche. Ricardo Pera on the curbs on the inside, slides into the Porsche. Well, that wasn't great news for the 77 car. 34 into Europol in the pits. This is their LMP2 car. Chaotic pit stop. Nico Lapierre now right behind Paul Lafargue. And closing like he's been fired by a rocket up the hill. There's the race leader, 30 Duquesne car, flashing the headlights, Richard Bradley, because he knows that Nico Lapierre is an unstoppable force right now. Lapierre is absolutely flying around Spa-Francorchamps. Flying to Ricardo Pera in the Dempsey Proton Porsche, still all over the back of the Lusic Racing Ferrari of Niklas Nielsen. This is for the lead in GTE, a vital position for the Porsche team if they're to try and win this championship from Lusic. Up the Kemmel Straight, just squeezing by the prototype, but the Ferrari holds its line into the braking area. The battle rages on. With some 80 minutes to go. Race leader Richard Bradley under pressure now from Nico Lapierre. Lapierre has reeled in the number 30 Duquesne car. He is right there in the slipstream. I don't know what they've done to the setup on the Cool Racing car or what Nico Lapierre had for breakfast, but wow, Bradley in so deep and Lapierre drives around the outside. He's got traction and Bradley can't shut the door. Cool Racing have the lead at Spa. Phenomenal stuff from Nico Lapierre, absolutely outstanding. Take a look again, makes Bradley go in shallow and late. Bradley locks up offline and Lapierre drives around. He got the move he wanted. He forced his opponent to make the mistake. The number 7 Nielsen car is leading at the moment in LMP3 with Tony Wells taking over from Colin Noble, despite that drive-through penalty for Noble making contact with the number 9 car earlier on in the race. Coming up the hill is the battle for 4th, United's 32 car, then for 5th, 23, Panis Barthez, and that is René Binder with Tristan Gomedy, the 39 Graf car, driving around him at Les Combes, 22 behind United Autosports. That's in 7th position. So Panis Barthez working their way back up the order now. Riding on board with Tristan Gomedy, the Graf Racing driver chasing down the 32 United car. Up to the bus stop, number 9 real-time LMP3 car in the way. United car keeps the door closed on the inside. And dives into the pit lane at the last moment. In follows René Binder for Panis Barthez. Driver change, Richard Bradley is out and Nico Jamin in at Duquesne in car number 30. All problems for 24, that's Panis Barthez. Tereshchenko, looked like a brake exploded on the left front. That huge puff of brake dust and smoke. And he was a passenger there, wasn't he?
Full course yellow. We are under full course yellow.
Well, the whole field slows the mandatory 80 kilometres an hour as the rescue vehicles speed to the scene. There's the G-Drive team looking pretty relaxed. 77 are in for fuel.
3, 2, 1. Green, track is back to green.
Back to green flag racing. And this is Jean-Eric Verne chasing Memo Rojas for 4th position. Rojas in the IDEC Sport number 28 car and Jev in the G-Drive 26. Up the Kemmel Straight, looks flat on the camera, feels anything but when you're walking up it. Very steep around the outside goes the G-Drive car. Classic Spa move. In the slipstream, more revs, better speed up the straight, past you go. Here is our GTE battle, still between Lusic 71 and Dempsey Proton 77. Riccardo Pera chasing now Alessandro Pierguidi, who's at the wheel of the Ferrari. Third place battle in LMP3. Tommy Erdos for United Autosports being dive bombed by Mikkel Jensen in Euro International's Matt Black number 11. The Brazilian having a great return to racing after a number of years away. Battle for fifth place. Mimo Rojas under pressure from Nico Jama. And the Duquesne car goes around the outside. The IDEC Sport car had lots of speed early on, but it seems to be fading a little. There's the G-Drive car, that'll be the next target. If Jaman can get there, that'll be for fourth. Oh, trouble for real-time racing. This is Esteban Garcia. That's at La Source. And, oh, that looks like a Nielsen car front wing. Again, there was contact between 7 from Nielsen and 9 earlier in the race.
Full course yellow, full course yellow.
Marshals recover the piece of bodywork. In the pits, 39 Graf car, Tristan Gombardy, he is the race leader. Phil Hansen is in as well at United, there he goes. And Jean-Eric Verne also in at G-Drive. And this will be the final stop. Nielsen's number 7 car is in and it has lost that left front corner.
Full course yellow has been removed. Full course yellow has been removed.
Cars going back up to speed then. Just over half an hour remaining here at Spa. On board with Tristan Gombardy, the 39 Graf Racing Orica.
Drive-through penalty car 3939 for not respecting full course yellow procedures.
Gombardy serving his penalty immediately. Quarter of an hour left to go. And that means that Phil Hansen in the 22 United Autosports car now has a more comfortable lead.
Full course yellow, full course yellow.
Another one. They're coming thick and fast here at Spa. Full course yellow, out goes 39. And there is Pascal Roterier, the boss of Graf Racing, looking furious. It's IDEC Sports' Eric Maris, the 27 IDEC Sport car who caused the full course yellow.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow has ended.
10 minutes. Will we go green all the way to the line? Phil Hansen back on the gas, the race leader. There is the Graf car in second place, but Tristan Gombardy running out of grip. There is the battle for the GTE lead. It's still the Lusic Ferrari ahead of the 77 Dempsey Proton Porsche. Spirit of Race in third place. But right now, Alessandro Pierguidi holding off Riccardo Pera. Battle for second place. Graf running out of tyres. Tristan Gombardy being caught by Antonin Borger. Another lock up at the bus stop. Again, Gombardy in too deep. Only just gets round. And Borger can smell the rubber and smell the chance of second place here. Leaders already on the last lap. And the battle for second is as well. Borger goes inside. And as Gombardy covers, is he going to go round the outside at La Source? That's so hard to do. No, can't make it through. Gombardy just runs a little wide, nudges him out of the way. But Antonin Borger, what a race this is going to be on the last lap. Up at Lake Orme, Tristan Gombardy just clinging on here. But look at the way that Borger gobbles him up the moment they get off the brakes and onto the power. Gombardy with no tyre grip left at all. Half a lap to go. Can Antonin Borger somehow get by? Gombardy stretches the gap a fraction, but again, look at Borger closing. In front is the Iron Dames. That's the Kessel Racing Ferrari. Where will they go by? Oh, has he got grip on the inside? Gombardy rides the curb on the inside, goes by, but Borger comes by as well, up to Piff Paff, trying to go the long way around the outside there. That's not going to work. Less than half a lap to go now. They're still descending down the valley here. And Antonin Borger still thinks second place is on, and Tristan Gombardy is clinging on by his fingernails. Out front, Philip Hansen for United. Hard to know where to look. United are going to win this from pole with fastest lap. But Gomendi clinging on up the hill for the final time. Antonin Borger offline everywhere, looking for a way by. Checkered flag awaits. Here comes Philip Hansen. He's going to win in Spa for United Autosports. Pole, fastest lap and victory. The perfect day. And where's the battle for second? Borger around the outside. Gomendi runs out wide. Borger too shuffles his way by somehow, and he's got a fraction more traction to the line. He takes second. Gomendi in third. Quicker than you can say it. Insane. Look again, Borger around the outside. Gomendi's not making the corner, and so Gomendi shuts the door on Borger. Borger can't get back on track. That one sticks. And here is our GTE winner, the 71 Lusic Racing Ferrari. Alessandro Pierguidi is going to take the checkered flag, and he, Fabien Laverne and Nicholas Nielsen with victory will become the 2019 GTE champions. What a result, exactly what they needed. Breathless stuff in two of our classes. LMP3, oh, that's not going to be insane as well. It is, because there is a change for the lead. Tony Wells passed by Mikkel Jensen of Euro International and now by Nigel Moore on the last lap. Tony Wells was the leader going on to the last lap, but across the line, it's Euro International ahead of Inter Europol, and then Nielsen in third. The first win for United Autosports since changing from a Ligier to an Orica chassis. Cool Racing stronger and stronger all year. They finish in second. Lusic win in GTE ahead of the LMP3 battle. Euro International took that by a whisker at the checkered flag. Wow, what a race, the 4 hours of Spa-Francorchamps. That is one that nobody is going to forget in a hurry.
Nice that it came here. It was an eventful race. We had a puncture in there, lost a lot of ground, stuck in the pit lane when the red light was on and the safety car wasn't anywhere near. And then at the end we were hunting down the leader and he had a drive-through. So I think that was our luck back, given back to us after the puncture. But yeah, just ecstatic for that win.
So Phil Hansen and Philippe Albuquerque, the winners. Tristan Gomendi, Alex Kuna and Jonathan Hershey given second place as Antonin Borger was penalised for that last lap move, but the Cool Racing team were given the place back later, which is only right. I think the Graf car was never making the corner. The Cool Racing driver, Antonin Borger, had no chance to get by. Well, fourth place gives G-Drive a 13-point lead now over IDEC, who only finished sixth in their last-minute rebuild car. Graf lying in third ahead of the 22 United team. Another win in GTE for Lusic, and the new team tie up the title with a race to spare.
It was a very tight battle during all the race. Until the end, with the last Francorchamps, we were very close to the Porsche. I managed to win, and to win the championship here is something unbelievable, even because I love this place, and it's something special win the championship here.
Lusic, the happy winners from Dempsey Proton and Spirit of Race. The Dempsey Proton crew looking as disappointed as Lusic look happy. A second season podium for Duncan Cameron, Matt Griffin and Aaron Scott in the Spirit of Race car. And Lusic is the first team to tie off a European Le Mans Series championship title, while Dempsey Proton, Kessel, JMW and Spirit of Race could all be runners-up in Portimao. The craziness peaked in LMP3, where Euro International snatched the win.
For sure, we didn't expect this one to come.
Wow! We won!
The strategy was against us in the end, with the safety car coming right after our pit stop, or the full course yellow, but yeah, most insane last laps I had in my life. Passing Noble and more in the last lap, more in the last corner. Crazy.
Insane stuff. Jens Pedersen and Mikkel Jensen claim victory from Martin Hipper and Nigel Moore, with Colin Noble and Tony Wells a slightly disappointed third. Euro International and Inter Europol are now tied on points before Portimao and the finale. What a mouth-watering prospect for the last race. Ultimate, United and Nielsen are close to that third place as well. LMP3 and LMP2 titles both up for grabs at the Portuguese roller coaster in Portimão at the end of October.
Yo, check this out.
This will be Spa Classics all the way. Down into La Source, the American Will Owen just outbrakes himself. Paul-Luc Chatin taking candy off a baby. Traction on the inside should be job done, but Owen is made of stern stuff. He still has an overlap and into Eau Rouge. He stays there. Fantastic wheel-to-wheel action. Nico Lapierre is the star for Cool Racing here versus Joop van Uytert in the 26G drive car. And again, more classic Spa action. Better traction. He'll go the long way round, the short way round, underneath, over the top, any way he can. But in the end, Nico Lapierre can create racing magic out of thin air. Another huge pass. And this one, Jean-Eric Verne, towing up behind Memo Rojas. If there is a classic Spa overtake, it is this. But around the outside, that's where you need the courage and conviction. Made your choice? Go to the ELMS Facebook account and vote.